said that he was gonna go downstairs and he was gonna make more of the stuff that he put into her neck because he made it out of something. I don't know what he put in it. And I'm pretty sure you guys found it, the vials that was like had numbers on it that was on the bedside table. That's what he made that night.
Police find a bottle matching that description at their home, though it's not clear from the report what, if anything, they found inside. In a later interview with the detectives, Sebastian talks about the contents in the bottle.
It was just stuff that I was just mixing together.
What is it exactly?
Alcohol, like the rubbing alcohol.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty much all it was.
That's not the only disparity in their accounts, as both of them seem willing to throw the other under the bus. Sebastian tells detectives about something else that ties Amanda to the murder, and they soon confront her about it.
Purple rubber gloves that you wore up there when you guys killed Caitlin.
And that's what I'm telling you.
They sent it off for DNA, and he said
Visit Raven734's KO5 page at https://ko-fi.com/raven734?ref=Twitch.
While Amanda remains resistant to the notion that she had any direct participation in the murder, Sebastian's story, as usual, is a little different.
Samantha, she did stab her, but I don't think it wasn't successful. She said she couldn't do it. She tried, but she wouldn't be able to actually stab her. It would go through her skin.
In his previous interview with the detectives, Sebastian had informed them how Amanda's behavior in the following days was deeply concerning.
She wants to go to the candlelight or the funeral. She probably shouldn't do that.
Did she go to the candlelight?
We both worked. All the nights, every time. Funeral or candlelight.
Why did she say she wanted to go? Was that exciting to her too?
Yeah, she said she wanted to buy a T-shirt with his name on it.
Wanted to buy a T-shirt with Caitlin's name on it?
Yeah, the T-shirts that are selling. Said she wanted to buy one of those.
While the detectives are intrigued by Sebastian's picture of his girlfriend as a cold, calculating monster, they're also focused on getting to the reasons behind this senseless murder. And they will soon get more than they bargained for.
I can't say I even from remorse. I regret things.
You regret it, but you don't really have any remorse over it. But you know that you coming and being honest about it, though, is a big step.
I don't really care much for life, but I shouldn't be taken in vain.
With this half-hearted step towards morality on Sebastian's part, the detectives try to figure out how much truth there is to this supposed alternate personality living in his mind.
He talks to me like here now.
What's he telling you right now? Why?
Because he thinks it's funny. He thinks it's pathetic that I'm here even.
Just as he blames Drake for whatever involvement he might have had in the murder of Caitlin Root, Sebastian also blames him for steering Amanda down a dark path in the preceding months. Finally, officers are getting a hint at a motive, strange as it is.
Might be able to control other people, manipulate them, able to be more beyond this world, the other consciousness I have. Because I know he influenced her.
So what exactly did Drake tell her?
That there are certain demons that would take deals that would do things for her in place of the soul or something. Some sort of like that. All she had to do is take the life of the soul.
Another deal that he made was, he believes in reincarnation, and he told me that he was born in the 1200s, and that when he was born, that like a demon came and found him because he told me he was poor and all of his family and stuff died of a plague or something. The demon came and told him that if he gives him souls, that he would like make him reincarnate, and each time he died he would come back.
Earlier, Amanda mentions about deals they made that she would talk about later.
I'll explain what he's talking about later, but he said that they wanted her for a sacrifice.
These they are demons.
He doesn't worship demons, but he says that he talks to them all the time, and that they come into the world and they give you different things, like kind of be trading things. Like one thing he has that he told me he has is that each demon has a different section in hell or something like that. It's a torture section, is what he said. And the demon that he traded with was called Almadir or something like that. And he traded a soul for taking his spot in hell. So whenever Sebastian died or whatever, he wouldn't have to go through like judgment or whatever. He would just be taken to hell and given. He wouldn't be punished. He would just be given that place, and then he would torture people for eternity.
Amanda says that these outrageous notions not only influenced Sebastian to take Caitlin's life, but even their actions afterwards.
He said that part of his deals was that they would take the body with them whenever they came to collect the soul. Like, I told them we should move her. She's like, they'll come and take her. It's part of the thing.
The detectives sit down with Sebastian for a third
Right,
time
I'm
to
gonna
talk
take a
about
little break real
Amanda's
quick.
story. And the question about whose version is true gets
And this is
even
gonna gauge if
murkier.
I'm gonna continue
Who
or
was
not. So
steering this demonic,
I'll be back in a few
murderous
minutes.
ship?
She told me that you said you were born in the 1200s, you've been reincarnated several times, and that you've been killed a couple times in the Black Plague, and that you'd made several deals with this demon to keep going.
It's pretty out there.
Well, it's all kind of out there.
Yeah, but this is new information to me.
With both suspects pointing the finger at the other, the detectives begin to believe that Amanda knows more about these satanic influences than she's let on.
You remember also when we asked you about sacrificing Siler, and you said wouldn't do that because baby souls have no value? Do you remember telling us that? I mean, that doesn't sound like somebody that
There's no idea what's going on.
has no idea. I mean, you clearly know that baby soul in this demonic world that we're talking about have no value. You know, you know this.
It isn't just that one remark that has the detectives doubting Amanda's innocence when it comes to these matters. After her initial interrogation, as she was waiting to be transported to juvenile detention, she had much to say about the realm of the unholy, and none of it sounded like secondhand information.
You're gonna think I'm crazy, but I've been to hell before, so once you cross over that border, you can see everything from a spiritual point of view. Hell is way more complex than what everyone says. Like, there's no fire, for one. There's no fire. It's not hot. It's normal, and there's like, it's kind of like an office building. There's different sections, and each demon has like a secretary who goes out and collects like debts and souls from people. I can manipulate like fire. Like, I can make, like, I made a lighter explode one time and stuff. Like, I can manipulate it. I can make it go in different spots and stuff like that. Whenever you reach out to a demon and you accept them, like if you do a possession and you accept them into your body, you can't ever get rid of them again. They have a connection and a tie to you. Where they want you, they will find you, and they will put thoughts in your head to make you go somewhere and do something and make it think that it's your idea. Like, say, like there are some people, like they make people kill people. Like, you'll just see images of yourself stabbing someone or something, like it's a memory, but you didn't do it. Like, I was born in the 1200s. That's my actual birth time. I don't remember the day. One of my things was I get my memories from each life. I take the secretary spot, and in exchange, they give me my memories. What you can do is you can sacrifice souls to people. Is like, when someone dies or whatever, you give their soul to them. They are getting stuff no matter what, so they don't care what happens to you. Like, if you get arrested for, like, killing and murdering, they're not going to stop that. You're going to spend your time in jail.
So that makes sense.
Which is bullcrap, because they should help you and stuff. But they don't.
All told, Amanda discussed her adventures in demonology for nearly 25 uninterrupted minutes before finally bringing it to a close with these apt thoughts.
You don't hear about that much unless you actually.
Well, it's because most of the time
Study.
when you talk about it, everyone's like, you're seeing stuff. Lynn's call you crazy and you get locked up. But that's probably what's going to happen to me.
Back with Sebastian, he discloses a chilling detail that adds a twisted new dimension to Amanda's behavior at the scene of the murder.
Did she do anything there at the sacrifice of Caitlin? Did she pray or take to her demon?
She did something. A direct wrote down.
Do you remember what it was?
I don't.
That really interests me.
It's nothing eventful. But I can't recall it.
And then he handed me a paper. It had opened it, and it had a bunch of words on it. It wasn't normal language. I don't know what it said. It said like the first word started with an L and like a monos or something like that. I don't know. He told me that that's what we had to say.
Amanda claims that Sebastian burned the paper when they got home that evening, but police don't have to look hard to find evidence of their satanic beliefs. During a search of their house, they come across a journal filled with writings about the couple's interest in demons. One page is dedicated to a guide on inviting possession. Another advises offering souls and sacrifices to demons. Another chronicles what happened during demonic possession. One page has what appears to be disturbing proverbs, such as, "Bleed for those who only love the taste of your blood." These writings are bizarre, but they don't necessarily tie Amanda to direct involvement in Caitlin's murder. However, she soon coughs up a confession that changes things.
He told me we didn't want blood on me, so then I had gloves on, and then whenever he was gonna set the thing on fire, he said to get rid of the gloves and put them in the trash.
You obviously did something because she did have blood on the gloves.
I don't remember there being blood on the gloves.
With their confessions on the table, Detective Till asks Amanda a simple question.
You guys are involved in this. Caitlin's dead. What do you think the appropriate punishment would be for you two?
Honestly, for me, I was there, and I didn't tell anybody anything happened. So, I mean, I should be put in jail for some time, but I do have a baby that's 2 months old, and that's a vital part of his life, because he's going to be crawling soon. He's gonna have his first Halloween without me there already. He's gonna start talking, and he's growing out of all of his clothes that I got for him and stuff, and I'm never gonna get to see him in those, and I'm not gonna get to dress him and stuff like that. I mean, there's house arrest.
However, before the interview concludes, she drops one last bombshell and makes one last attempt to shift the blame.
With me saying this, I'm going to jail for the rest of my life. Sebastian said that towards the end of the year, he has to have two sacrifices, or else he gets dragged down to hell and gets nothing. So he said that he needed to find somebody. So I messaged people that I knew hated themselves and hated their lives, and kept telling me in the posts on Facebook and stuff that they were miserable and that they didn't want
Yo, what's up? How
to
you been?
be here anymore, because it made me feel a little bit better. I told him that I found someone that he could use,
That you could sacrifice.
that he didn't have to go out and just find somebody and kill somebody. I thought he was me. And I didn't think he was telling me the truth until he actually stabbed her.
While Amanda clings desperately to the last threads of logic that would mitigate her involvement, the detectives ask her one last question. What would you say to Caitlin's family?
That nothing deserved, she didn't deserve anything, and that honestly she was one of the best people that I've ever met in my whole life.
Why is that?
Because
You say you barely knew her.
I didn't like know her, yet she was still willing to like come hang out with me, and when we hung out we were talking like we were best friends. Like she talked to me like she trusted me with everything.
She did, with her life. You said that Siler is growing up. He's gonna be crawling. You won't get to see that. You won't get to hold him. You won't get to change his clothes, see the clothes he's growing out of. I would leave you with this. Caitlin will never have a baby. Her parents will never see her get any older. Her friends will never see her grandparents. Chances are you'll probably come out of prison a young woman yet and get to remake the rest of your life for the better, I hope. But Caitlin will never have enough.
Amanda and Sebastian are charged separately for second-degree murder, charges they both ultimately plead guilty to. According to her cellmates at the Juvenile Detention Center, Amanda freely advertised herself as the Krug Park killer in the months following her arrest, reportedly telling one girl, "I'll do to you what I did to her." In addition to these boasts, she also hatched a plan to get Sebastian a lighter sentence. According to a later interview, Amanda wrote a letter to her boyfriend taking responsibility for the murder and its planning. The idea was that Sebastian would show the letter to his lawyer, but guards confiscated it, and the plan was foiled. The other Amanda that police had brought in for questioning earlier was not involved in Caitlin's murder in any way. In May of 2017, approximately 7 months after the senseless killing of Caitlin Root, Amanda Bennett and Sebastian Dowell were both sentenced to life in prison. Upon hearing this, Caitlin's mother Jamie had only 3 words: "It's not enough."
I didn't like her.
Alright guys, I'm actually gonna end the stream here.
I was the baby of the family, and she stole my
I'm
thunder.
starting to wind
And
down a
then
little
one
bit, so
day
I don't
my
think I have
grandma
enough
was
energy to start
cooking,
drawing something
and
else
Jermaine,
this
she
evening,
needed to
so
be fed, and my
I
grandma
apologize for
said,
that.
"Hold this baby."
But
I remember,
if
like,
you are
looking at
interested
her,
in
like,
D&D
"All right,
and
you're
any
not that
more
bad."
art, I will be
And
streaming
then from that day
tomorrow
on, she was my baby. She was my
around
baby
11
sister.
a.m.
Jermaine
Mountain
was
Standard Time, I
creative
believe,
and imaginative.
She was an amazing artist.
or
Her dream was to
Pacific Time.
attend the
I can't remember.
Institute of American Indian Arts
but
in
yeah.
Mexico.
So tomorrow
Her
morning,
YouTube
D&D
channel, she was,
starts.
like, using
We do that for about
fingernail
3 to
polish
4 hours,
to
maybe.
make an octopus.
And we have
She
lots
would,
of
like,
fun, and then I
crochet
start drawing
grocery bags
afterward.
to try to save the
So yeah,
environment. That girl
thank
could
you guys
do
again for coming
anything.
and
She
spending
set
your
her mind to,
evening,
I swear.
day,
She
or
was so
afternoon with me.
smart.
I really do appreciate
So
it.
talented.
And I will catch you guys